Hey everybody, BroncoStevens on the BroncoStevens channel on YouTube. How is everybody doing? It's a Saturday night. Hopefully we'll have a good show tonight for you. I'm BroncoStevens. I'm an original singer-songwriter. I'm going to be playing my original songs. I'm not going to do any cover songs, and I'm going to be doing them all on my acoustic guitar for you. And so, I'm 51 years old, and let me see, hold on a second, there's too much, something going on here. Check. Why was that so loud? Check. Sorry about that. All right, yeah, there was, I don't know what that was. I'm a 51-year-old dad of 6 kids, and about 6 years ago, I had a stroke. And when I was young, I used to sing in a band. And throughout the years, I picked up the guitar and would write a song here or there. And I don't know what it was. I guess about having a stroke. It really took a lot from me. When I first had it, I couldn't even swallow my own spit. That's how I knew I was having a stroke. We're doing like a cheat night on our diet, or lifestyle rather, and I couldn't swallow this pizza that we got, and I tried, and I looked at my wife. I was like, something's wrong. I think I'm having a stroke. And I was young. I was 45 when it happened, and so we get to the hospital, and they were like, "Oh no, you're not having a stroke." And we're both like, "Yeah, he is." And so they looked at it some more and figured out that I was. But yeah, I had to have a feeding tube put in, and I couldn't swallow my own spit. I left the hospital with the suction tube. What's up, Gaga? Or no, Gage. Sorry about that, Gage. How you doing? You mean Eddie Vedder? You've been on before, huh? I did like Eddie Vedder a lot. Did I tell you my Eddie Vedder story? I went to Lollapalooza in 1992. It was the second Lollapalooza. Hey, what's up, Zach? Welcome back. I'm just going to tell a quick Eddie Vedder story. And so I went to 1992 Lollapalooza. Probably one of the best shows I ever went to because of who was there. I mean, there was Pearl Jam there, Soundgarden was there, the Red Hot Chili Peppers was there, Ministry was there, Ice Cube was there. I'm trying to think of everybody that was there. Mainly, I mean, for me, it was Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. Those three in one venue. It was insane. I wish I would have caught the first Lollapalooza with Jane's Addiction, because I really liked their music growing up. But I was a year late. But I did. So anyway, I was at Lollapalooza 92. And we were in the grass seats because it was kind of like a last-minute thing. And this was in Cincinnati, Ohio, Riverbend. Is where it was, and we're in the grass seats, and so we didn't expect a whole lot of interaction, obviously, with the band. But Eddie, being Eddie, climbs up on the rafters and he drops down into the lawn area, and literally he falls in a group of people that my buddy Cy and I were both in, and literally I'm standing in a circle. And Eddie Vedder's on the ground, and my buddy Cy literally reaches down and gives him a hand and pulls him up. I wish I would have done it, but he does, and picks him up. He kind of, just dusts himself off and takes off, running back towards the stage singing. And but yeah, I stood literally like 3 feet face to face with him one time, so I thought that was pretty cool. But it was really cool. I mean, he does stuff like that. He, climbing up on stuff and dropping. And they, I'm sure his bandmates hated it, and everybody else involved with the music and stuff was probably like, Eddie, what are you doing? But he was a rock, alternative grunge rock star, and that's what they do. They do crazy stuff like that. You were there? Are you serious? Where do you live? Like, you saw that particular show in Cincy, or you saw that Lollapalooza show? That's crazy if you were actually there. Where are you from? Nancy, how you doing tonight? Looks like we got 719 wanksters as well out there. How are you? Incredible. The Incredible Sulk. Okay. I've got some strange names on here. Some of them I thought were hilarious. The Incredible Sulk's a new one, though. But Somebody said I was like the Bruce Willis Team U version. I thought that was awesome. That made me laugh. But yeah, I get some different ones. Usually I get that transporter guy. What is his name? Jason Statham. Yeah, I get him a lot. All right. That's crazy. Hey, Pancake, thanks for the sub. You're from Tennessee. Okay. That is crazy. All right. Well, then we've stood feet apart, apparently. That's insane. Small world. So last night, I wrote a song, and I do that pretty often. But it's not often that, like, I write a song and I get so amped up about it that I, like, give it a title and write down the lyrics and then, like, sit and write down the song. Normally, I'll just hit the live button and be out here strumming, or a few minutes before, like during warm-up for my live stream, I'll be strumming on a few chords, and I'll come up with something that I think's catchy, and then I'll throw a few lyrics at it, and then I'm like, all right, well, let's just hit the go live button and see what works out. And usually I'll do something, along those lines. And if I like it, I'll go back and listen to it and kind of teach myself more about the song, and then learn it the way that, give it the words that I think fit it, and go on from there. But last night I actually sat down and crafted a song, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's a really short song, but it's called You Can't Have My Quit. And it's basically a song about just, not giving up and chasing dreams and things like that. And but anyway, I'm gonna play it. I'll probably play it a couple times tonight, because I'm in that mode of playing the song till I can teach myself it, basically, and have it memorized, muscle memory and all that stuff. He climbed up in a white trim with the tan walls and jumped down in a green flannel and cargo shorts. Dude, that is crazy. I think that's accurate. I do remember cargo shorts and a green flannel. That's insane. Were you just following them around back then, or what was the deal? David Christie, how you doing? Yeah. Have you been on before, Pancake? I appreciate you getting everybody going. If you haven't liked the live yet, also that's awesome. Just double tap that screen. But yeah, I'm an original singer-songwriter. All the songs I'm going to play, they're just influenced by bands that influenced me over the years. They all creep into your style and what you listen to or who you hang around. Kind of, you become who you're around. Same thing musically. Like if you listen to enough music, it affects the music that you write and things like that. And so, yeah, that is crazy. That is super crazy. Back then I had hair down to about here. It was probably dyed black. I was a nut back then, but not that I'm not now. But yeah, that's crazy. That is super strange. Super strange. I have one other story that's equally as strange. I'll tell you sometime. But the chances of something like that are crazy. Anyway, this song here, I'm not done with it, and I'll probably mess it up. But that's what this is about. This is my rehearsal time, and but you're gonna get the gist and the feel of it. And then, if you stick with me, subscribe, you come back, you'll see me get it down packed to where I won't have to look at lyrics or mess it up at all here or there. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. I haven't suffered long enough, and I'm not finished yet. Treading in the deeper waters, I'm gonna take a swim. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. Be swimming past the waters into deeper waters, you can't have my quit. Just getting started, I'm not departed, I'm not finished yet. But you're tired, no I'm not, and you give in too much, and no one understands you, and you're weak in your game. You aren't you ashamed? And no one sees what what you do. Stop right there, cause I think you're onto something. You just can't see it, but it's on the horizon. Stay static when it's on the automatic, or you'll just blend in. Or you can't start winning till you start believing and put in the work in. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quid. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quid. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, you can't have my quid. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, you can't have my quid. So that's the gist of it. I messed it up. I knew I would mess it up. It's just too new. I don't have it committed to memory and all that. But man, let me back up a little bit. All right, I left off on Pancake. Bingus 6, how you doing? Yo, it's me, Henry Thomas. Love you, man. Please shout out. Yeah. All right. Well, did I kill it? Is it Bingus? Bingus or Bingus 6? Well, anyway, it's Henry Thomas. How you doing, Henry? Thank you so much for tuning in. Gage, yeah, that is crazy, man. That is so crazy. Yeah, I'm sure I was a little drunk and a little something else, probably. All right. David, thanks for the good start, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's a catchy tune. I just got to get it practice a little bit more. I'll play it again before the night's over, because that's what I do. If I have something new, because this is my rehearsal time. No joke. I mean, I'm not rehearsing and then coming on live. You see me the only time that I basically play. It's I come on here and I hit the live button and I practice, because I'm a dad. I've got 6 kids running around and I don't have a lot of me time. And so this is my me time. This is my therapy time. You know, I read something yesterday on Facebook and it made so much sense. They were talking about like all the positive things that singing does for your body. And I was like, oh, no wonder I like to sing. No wonder I feel better after I sing. And yeah, I'm sure I was flying high. Probably not, that may have been the least of things. Back then I was a nut, people, I'm telling you. Done a lot of stupid stuff. When I have a song called Sometimes They Come Out about regrets and stuff, I have done some crazy foolish things. Things that I wouldn't want my children to even think about doing. So yeah, I'd say I'm lucky to have not been locked up or dead a long, long time ago. And so thankful for that, feeling blessed. But let's take it back to where I'm at now. So what I'm doing now is I do rehearse on here. And the reason I'm rehearsing is because I had this stroke 6 years ago, and it kind of woke me up to the fact that, like, you know, life is short, and I want to accomplish whatever it is I want to accomplish while I'm still breathing, you know. And so I thought, I'm not done with music yet, you know. I want to write some songs, and I want to get them recorded professionally in a studio, and I want to see what can happen with those songs. And so I wrote this song in my garage one night, and it was called, oh, thanks, man. I'm not trying to get sympathy out of people. It's just the facts. That's what made me think about music again. But what really got me hooked, line and sinker back into music is one night I go out in the garage and I'm strumming this riff and I throw out these lyrics. And they were for my wife. Her name's Kristen, and I wrote this song called For Kristen. And when I say I wrote the song, I almost feel like I'm stealing credit for it, because it literally just spilled out on me. Like, I hit the record button. I'd never had any of these lyrics before, and I sang the song. And I went back and listened to it. I'm like, that lyric works, that lyric works. Dude, how did you even think of that on the fly? And I listened to it all, and literally 95% of the original song, minus the bridge, was written in that one take. And I was like, dude, and I really liked the song. Like, I was like, man, that's good. That's better than most of the stuff I've ever written. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to take that song to the studio. The problem was, I suck at writing bridges. Like, I can write songs all day, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Bridges are what tripped me up. And so I had to come up with a bridge for it. And I did. The week of the studio, I felt like a pretty good bridge kind of fell into my lap, and wrapped it into the song and got it done in the studio. And it did pretty good release-wise. It did a lot better than my second song, which I actually thinks a pretty good song too. I'm not sure what the big difference is in the views on them, but for some reason that first song got thousands of views, and the second song was like hundreds. You know, it's a pale in comparison. But yeah, you listen to me tonight, and if you like what you hear, definitely subscribe and come back and see me, because I do these live streams every day, except Thursday. Thursday now I have a commitment where I go to what's called the Tulsa Clubhouse, and it's where a bunch of local musicians get together, and it's basically like an open mic, but there's not really anybody there but musicians. It's the weirdest thing, and what's also weird about it is it's in the coolest environment ever. Like, it's upstairs above this eyeglass store or factory or both, big spacious area, all kinds of plush seating and couches, and they have hammock chairs, and there's records hang over all over the wall, and art and stuff, and there's an awesome stage. And if you go see some of my more recent videos, that really cool looking stage, like the lyrics behind it, I think it's to a Beatles song behind it. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Beatles song. But it's just a great environment to play music in, and everybody's super supportive. It's a great way to network with local musicians, and so every Thursday I've been doing that. But the cool part about that is there's a couple there, Chad and Rhonda, and they very inexpensively offer the service of recording it and mixing it. And so they send that to me each week, and I use that. I post all that content, and so I'm getting a lot of videos that way. Hey, how you doing, King? Yeah, you're from Timber's live stream the other night. Welcome in, bud. Thanks for making it. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and play some more stuff. But this one here is for Kristen. This is for my wife, and this song here is what got me like hooked on the idea of playing music and recording it and seeing what can happen with it. So, you know, don't do it now while you're watching the live stream, but at some point, check out my stuff that's through the studio. It's got drums and electric guitars and all the works. You can find it pretty much wherever you're streaming music, you should be able to find it. Just do BroncoStevens, one word, not like a name, not Bronco Space Stevens, BroncoStevens all together, and then you'll see For Kristen and Sometimes Love Feels Like a Fight. I have another one through the studio. It's called Addiction. I'll be playing all these tonight. But I haven't pushed it through to my distributor yet because I'm waiting on a photo shoot. The same guy at the studio's wife does photography, and so we're gonna do a photo shoot, and I'm gonna use maybe some of that for the video. I'm not sure yet. Definitely some of that for the website. I bought BroncoStevens.com. It sounds fancy. It's not. It cost me like $8 or something silly. But then I have to have a web builder build it, and so that'll be a little bit more expensive. But we'll get it done. Okay. Yeah. This is for Kristen. Is driving me nuts on these headphones. All of my life, something missing. The puzzle pieces weren't fitting, and all of a sudden there she was, and the whimsy crowd cursed in. What do I need to do to get through to you? You're perfect the way that you are. There could only be one of you. In my life you were the star, and you burn bright. You changed my life, and I'm in so much love with you. And all of a sudden it was different, a life that wasn't before. The pieces just started fitting, and soon the picture was done. What do I need to do to get through to you? You're perfect the way that you are. I know you got things that you're going through, and I do too. And I want you to know you're perfect the way you are. There could only be one of you. You shine like the stars. listen, this one's for you. And all of a sudden it was brighter, like the sun was finally around. In a world that is gray and dark, you lit it up like a spark. What do I need to do to get through to me? It's perfect the way that it is. Every day we're right next to each other, and that is as good as it gets. What do I have to do? What do you gotta do? What are we putting ourselves through? What do I have to do? What do you gotta do? What are we putting ourselves through? Kristen, the winds and cry for you. It's all of my life, something missing. This one's for you. Kristen, the winds and cry for you. All of my life, something missing. This one's for you. It's all of my life, something missing. This one's for you. All right. David, thanks for the fire. Jackson, so amazing. You're the best. So good. Man, that's great. Thank you so much, Jackson. You all, I swear, you have the nicest things to say, people. It amazes me night after night when people listen and they're liking the stuff. All right. Some of you know this. I didn't mention it tonight. I don't hear out of my left ear anymore either. That was another fun thing that happened to me. I got a condition. I literally woke up one day, and you know how like your ear will get like it pops or it feels full, and all of a sudden you can't hear it. Sometimes if you do one of these, you can pop it and you can hear it again. You're like, oh, whew, you know. One morning I woke up and it was like one of those deals, but it never stopped. Like literally years have gone by. It feels full, and I don't hear out of that ear. I mean, I've had hearing tests and things like that, and so yeah, I don't hear. I've been trying to get in to get some type of corrective deal for my ears, or even like the surgery that you can get. And literally, I made an appointment, and it was like 6 months out, and I'm at that appointment, and we were taking care of my father-in-law, and he started passing like while I was at that appointment. I had to leave the appointment, and 2 days later, he did pass away. And I haven't rescheduled that thing. I need to get that thing rescheduled because it's such a huge deal to me. I mean, I literally hate. I don't use that word a lot, but I hate not being able to hear out of both ears. And so I'm always like a little bit paranoid too, like, does this sound okay? You know, so if it doesn't sound good out there, let me know. But thank you so much. I'm getting good feedback, which makes me feel good that maybe it sounds okay. All right. What's up from Cleveland? Hey, you're not far from where I grew up. I grew up in Cincinnati. All right. Thanks, King. Appreciate it. Let me get a sip here. All right. So I'm just going to keep going with the releases. So the other one I did, who said they were checking out my Spotify? Was it Spotify? Oh, it was Britain. Just listen to both songs on Spotify. Thank you. Yeah, I totally plan to keep going. I have 3 more committed studio appointments this year. And so I'll push through Addiction. So that'll be my 3rd song released. And then I'll have 3 more beyond that. So I'll have 6 songs done going into next year. And then I'm just going to reevaluate things, like see if I want to complete an album or stop, or I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. But I at least wanted to get a chunk of music down and recorded and see what it can do, you know? And also just for my kids, you know, I wanted them to see me kind of chase my dream, because I want them to do that. I don't want them to just go through life clocking a 9 to 5 and being unhappy. I want them to chase their dreams and put effort into it and see what happens. And so that's what we're doing here. All right. Yeah, this cord is like all wrapped, pulling tight against me and driving me nuts. But this song here is a little bit more, probably a little bit more country, I guess. I've never really been country. I sound country because I live in Oklahoma. But I never really listened to country music ever. Ever. My wife made me a lot, but I wouldn't have if she wouldn't have made me. But this one probably is the most country sounding of all the music I've ever done. And it probably doesn't sound that country. It's probably just me thinking it does. Anyway, this song's called Sometimes Love Feels Like a Fight.
Starting if I couldn't finish, but I was much stronger then, like pop-on spinach. She left us for dead hill the way that I'd want. She called me a bastard, called her you know what. That was the end for at least one day. And that was the end for at least one day. Now sometimes I have good days and sometimes I'm a mess. She'll hold me tight, she says, I love you no less. She's too much to forget, easy to forgive. But life on together's now how we live. Don't want it to end, God, please more days. Want it to end, God, please more days. Nobody tells you about the hard seasons of life. They put on the faces and pretend that it's alright. Tells you that it's okay to fight till you find someone who boldly changes your mind. Now sometimes she don't like me, her words sting a bit. She's called me a lot of things, but she never called it quits. They say love has a feeling and I think they're right. Most times it's amazing, but sometimes love feels like a fight. And that was the start of the rest of our lives. Yeah, that was the start. That was the start of the rest of our lives. Yeah. That was the start of the rest of our lives.
All right, Gage says it sounds a little crispy, like treble-ish, like high on the treble. I'm not sure, crispy. Uh-oh, we've got an intruder about to occur. You left your toys in here? You can come get them. Can you not get the door open? That's my 4-year-old. Here, just a second. Let me get her toys. Oh, no. I thought she busted in. Yeah, hang on a second. I'll help you. At least she's got cool toys, though. She's got... Here you go, baby.
Yeah.
All right, love you. All right. It's never a dull moment, people. It's tough. It's tough finding time to come out or in here to play because I have 6 kids, and so there's always something going on. Trouble is a tad high. Okay, all right. Let me see if I can adjust that on here. Also might be, hang on a second, might be this fan too also. I'm running through what's called a Focusrite, and I noticed the machine itself puts out like an air sound, like a hissing sound. But I also had a fan above me. I don't know if that'll help or not. All right, this next one's a little more punk rock. I'm a bit of this and a bit of that, because growing up, that's what I did. I listened to a bit of this and a bit of that. Early on, I listened to like classic rock, like Zeppelin and The Who and Queen and The Doors and, you know, all those bands. And then I got older and like the 80s happened. I listened to like, you know, 80s music like Michael Jackson, Prince, stuff like that. And then, thank goodness, I got into like punk rock. You know, like Dead Milkmen and the Misfits and, you know, Sex Pistols, stuff like that. And then kind of a little bit of industrial, a little Front 242, Ministry. Then it came Nirvana, or not Nirvana, then came like 9 Inch Nails. And then kind of, yeah, like the grunge stuff came after that. I think 1991 was a huge year for like, I think that's the year, either 90 or 91. Feels like 91. That's when Pearl Jam 10 dropped. And also like Nirvana. Nevermind. Bleach was out before that, and I did have that on a tape cassette, but that Nevermind album really took off for them. And then, you know, Soundgarden, all those grunge bands. And then as I got older, listened to a bunch of other stuff, like, you know, like jazz, acid jazz and fusion rock, and just a bunch of different stuff. And then I kind of mellowed out and listened to bands like The Swell Season and The Frames. Do you all hear that? You all know who Glenn Hansard is? If you don't, he was in a great band called The Frames, and he also had The Swell Season. And he just literally played a show at age 56, left on his motorcycle, crashed and died like last week. And huge, I didn't know. I found out Thursday night when I was at my music deal. And somebody else that was there mentioned it. I was like, oh no, he's like one of my idols. Like, just really looked up to that dude as far as musically. Like, I don't know him as a person at all, but his music was amazing. All right. No, thanks, Gage. Gage, you want me to mod you up? I don't mind doing that. Jesus built my heart, right? Yeah. Psalm 69. There's all kinds of. They had some interesting stuff, and then of course like. I'm stupid stroke brain. You know, Rob Zombie, you know, White Zombie stuff. I used to love this stuff like that too. I mean, who didn't like White Zombie back in the day? All right. Hello. Letters that I cannot read. My apologies. Yeah. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna. And then if you don't want to, I can always unmod you, I guess. Oh, wait on a second. All right. Why is my thing? Here we go. All right. Because anybody that stood feet from me and Eddie Vedder at the same time deserves to be a mod on here for sure. That should have taken. I don't know if it will or not. Maybe next time you come, I'll be able to tell. All right, so yeah, this next one's a little bit more punk rock, and it's called Addiction. And I literally thought that song I just wrote last night would almost be a good segue into this song, but I've got another segue I've been doing, so we're gonna roll with that one for now. What are the rules of mod? What's the timeout worthy? These are great questions. No one's ever actually asked me anything about being a mod before, so I appreciate that. So I'm pretty fine with most things. Like nothing, I don't get offended easy. I've got super thick skin. Like if someone comes on here and they're like, you suck, I don't care. You can leave the comment. You don't have to mute it, or you don't have to mute them or anything. Now, if they come on here and start insulting everybody in here, or they start, just spamming a bunch of nonsense, I would probably mute them then. But if they're just trying to get a rise out of me, I don't care. Because honestly, comments draw activity. And so the more comments out there, the more views I'm probably going to draw. And so it's weird that negative attention does get attention in life. But yeah, I mean, feel free to just let things roll unless I say get that person, then you can, because I don't want to stop in the middle of a song, or, I'll say it in a song. I'll be like, get them, but I don't want to stop what I'm doing to have to remove somebody or mute somebody. But for the most, I'll tell you, I've been doing these things for a year and, I don't know, 3-4 months. And I don't think I've had to do much of, or I don't think my mind's had to do much of anything. Because one, I'll jump on them verbally. Not like I'm not going to attack them or give them much attention, but I'm going to recognize. The first thing I do is recognize that I'm not for everybody. Someone comes on here and they say you suck. I don't take that personal, because there are people that literally listen to music that I don't listen to, and to me they suck. Those bands that they like, but I'm not going to tell them that if they're listening to it. But some people just can't control their mouth and they just run their mouth. But I have a lot of understanding. So it sounds like what's up. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but yeah, it's going to be a very easy job, mainly just I would encourage people to subscribe and to like the live stream and welcome people when they come in. Because if I'm in the middle, that's the biggest one. That's the number one thing I think, is when someone comes in, say a little hello to them, because I'm busy in the middle of a song and I can't, and so I don't want to miss people joining in. So Eddie Vedder versus Yoko Ono. Did I miss something? I haven't seen any. I haven't followed Pearl Jam in a while. But Yoko Ono was. I'm not a huge Yoko Ono fan. Maroon. Cameron, how you doing? All right, yep, so you're already doing it. Didn't have to do it. All right, so this song here is called Addiction, but I'm going to start out with a song called All Right Pop. Just kind of, you'll know when it changes.
Daddy's got a secret about the price of gold. Oh, Junior's too smart, no need to be told. Well, the things you want just can't be bought. Oh, but Junior's too smart, no need to be taught. And it's alright, Pop, you can't stop being so right, Pop. You can't stop being so right, Pop. You can't stop anytime. Daddy's got a secret about the price of gold. Oh, but Junior's too smart, no need to be told. They say the things you want just can't be bought. Oh, but Junior's too smart, no need to be taught. And it's alright, Pop, you can't stop being so right, Pop. You can't stop being so right, Pop. You can't stop anytime. It's alright, Pop. You can't stop being so right, Pop. You can't stop being so right, Pop. You can't stop all the time. Don't you wanna stop me? Don't you wanna stop? Don't you wanna stop me? Don't you wanna stop? Don't you wanna stop, man? Don't you wanna stop? Don't you wanna stop, man? Don't you wanna stop? He says no way. It takes my pain. He said it takes my pain away. He says if you gotta ask, man, well, you don't understand. Oh, if you gotta ask, you don't understand. Oh, if you gotta ask, you don't understand. If you gotta ask, man, well, you don't understand. 'Cause it takes my choice away, yeah. Hey, 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 I said it takes my pain away too. Yeah, but don't you, man, don't you wanna stop? You see, we all care about you, and we'd like to see that about you. Oh, I know you do, and I get that a lot, but you see, you're not me, you don't know the problems I've got. So it takes my pain away, yeah. Hey, 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 I said it takes my choice away too. I said it takes my pain away.
Yeah, I wrote the song. Every song you hear, I wrote. I don't do cover songs when I do my live streams. I do them individually as a shorter video, and then I have a playlist for cover songs. But it's a very short playlist because I don't do cover songs very often. I like to write songs. I didn't delete your comment, or maybe somebody else did. It's a classic, huh? I'll check it out. So it's Yoko and Eddie. Yoko versus Eddie. Yeah, I'll check that out. Cool. It's amazing how much stuff's out there on YouTube. Stuff you'd never think of. It's a song by her. Oh my gosh. The Chuck Berry video. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead now and play the 3 songs I played Thursday, and I started it with an old one called it's called Today, but I'm gonna call it Smiles Today because when I wrote it, I don't know, in my teenage years, I'd forgotten about the song years and years later, and I wrote another song called Today, totally different song, more of a uppity. I don't know, just like it's an energetic punk rock song, basically. But this one's not. This is an old one. And I had to have been listening to like Mazzy Star or something back then in the day. So, because it's really mellow, and I think it's in a lot of the chords that she uses. But it's called, we'll call it Smiles Today. This stupid headphone cord, if I step on it one more time and jerk my head. All right. I don't know. I've never followed Yoko Ono, so I'll check it out for sure. I gotta get some. Oh, I can't. I was like, I gotta get some cordless earphones, but I can't because of the gear I'm running.
Today, frowns around, no way. Sounds compound today. It's all about today. Told you that you'd be alright, that you'd make it home just fine. The words don't mean a thing to you, and you did just as you do. The rain keeps falling down on me. How am I supposed to sleep? The rain keeps falling down on me. How am I supposed to sleep? about today.
So then, here we go. This is a perfect example, Gage, and I would just leave it alone. But Dean is not a fan, and that's fine, Dean. I mean, I know that I'm not for everybody. I liked Ozzy better with Black Sabbath, but I respect Ozzy. But I sure did like Black Sabbath. All right. You guys don't have to get into it. I mean, you're here hanging out. I mean, you don't have to be. I'm glad you are, though. You can hang out with us. You're always welcome, whether you like the music or not. You're definitely welcome to hang out. All right, so the next song I did is a song called "On Love," and it's real chill. Kind of reminds me of like the Nirvana unplugged stuff. It's just real laid back. Yeah, maybe hold your tongue, but it's okay. What's that? Oh, you found the maraca? Yeah, thank you. I'm not like Steel Beans. I'm not going to be out here doing drums and guitar and singing at the same time or anything. Have you all seen Steel Beans? Oh my gosh, if you haven't, check it out. The dude's freaking cool. He's one of those one-man bands. All right, well, thanks for saying I have a cute face, at least. All right, there's something positive that we can work with, people. All right, we'll just use the face. All right, this song here is called "On Love."
Love is patient. Love is kind. Love doesn't envy or boast. It does not insist and on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, and hopes and endures all things. So tell me about your love. Is this what it looks like? Cause if it's not, there's probably a lot of things you'll need to change in your life. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love doesn't envy or boast. It does not insist and on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, and hopes and endures all things. So tell me about your love. Is this what it looks like? Cause if it's not, there's probably a lot of things you'll need to change in your life. Well, tell me about your love. Is this what it looks like? Cause if it's not, there's probably a lot of things you'll need to changing your life.
All right, Gage. So, yeah, I'm doing any covers tonight. It's gonna be all original music. I haven't done any Ozzy or anything like that, but it's something to think about. Yeah. All right. I don't know who you muted for what, and that's fine. I don't second guess my mods, to be honest with you. If there's something on here that you saw that you muted and you did it for what you thought was a just reason, then I'm good with that. I'm not going to sit here and police all that. I'm just not interested in doing that. I just want to play music. So yeah, anyway, if there's something out there that happened, I'm sure I missed it because I didn't see anything that I would have been like, oh, get that. So if you got something, good. No, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm not going to second guess stuff like that. All right. Yeah, I can see, I don't know who you were trying to mute, but I can still see Dean. He's, I don't know. I must missed it. What's going on, probably. It's not a big deal. It's so crazy, though, that whole Eddie Vedder thing. It is. It's crazy. All right, the last song I did was a song called The Race. And this one's a little more uppity.
Be sure where you're heading. There's a light at the end of a tunnel. The water don't stop at the top of a funnel. Hope it's leading some direction. Be sure where you're heading. But I'm running, running, running till the race is done. Some will laugh and joke, to even make fun. They're the ones who need your help probably the most. Cause you're holding on the inside, even though they're ghosts. Don't there's a light at the end of a tunnel. Water don't stop at the top of a funnel. Hope it's leading some direction. Be sure where you're heading. There's a light at the end of a tunnel. Water don't stop at the top of a funnel. Hope it's leading some direction. Be sure where you're heading, my friend. Top of a funnel, hope it's leading some direction. Be sure where you're heading. There's a light at the end of a tunnel. Water don't stop at the top of a funnel. Hope it's leading some direction. Be sure where you're heading, my friend.
guys are getting heated out there. Chester Copperpot. That's straight from Goonies, right? Then Chester Copperpot, the dude that had the map, and then they took the map and went off after the treasure. All right. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it is. Great name. Reference. All right. Thanks for saying I jammed too, by the way. Yeah, I don't care if you participate in the chat, and some spamming is good. I mean, honestly, but it just depends what it is. So, all right. I mean, literally, the more I've been on successful live streams, not me. I don't have very successful live streams. To me, I mean, some of them are better than others. This one's doing pretty good, so thank you, everybody. But like people that have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers and they're live streaming, they'll tell people to just start spamming hearts, spamming black hearts, spam this, spam that, and have everybody in the chat just drop all those at the same time. And what that does is it I guess it tricks the algorithm to thinking there's lots of conversation going on and a lot of attention going on, and so it does drive views. And so I'm not really worried about people spamming a bunch of stuff on here, as long as it's not like I think I have links blocked. Honestly, I don't even think people can drop links in here. I don't want people, I didn't want people coming in here and just dropping links to pull people away from my live stream, obviously. But yeah, keep it. And I think I have a lot of keywords blocked that people can't. I don't think you can come in here and drop F-bombs and stuff like that. I think I've got it blocked, but who knows? All right. Yeah, just be nice to each other. I'm a chill dude. I just want to come out here and play some music and I don't want to see people getting all upset. I want people to relax, listen to some music. So those are the songs I did last Thursday, and I did publish the full 3-song combo. Now I got to cut it up into individual songs. But if you go to my video section, there's about a 10-minute video of me performing last Thursday at what's called the Tulsa Clubhouse, and it's a cool place. It's a cool stage, and so check that out. And now we're gonna do a song called Pedro. Hold on. Well, let's first. I don't know if he's still out there or not. I am Iron Man. No, I can't do it. This is my daughter's microphone. It doesn't give me the Iron Man effect I wanted, though. I'd have to do a little bit more reverb. All right. I know, a little timeout. All right. Greet everyone when he makes remarks towards me. Yeah, I mean, I don't want people taking stabs at each other. Let's be adults and treat each other as such. It's the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated. All right. I don't care if you like the music or not. You can tell me if you don't like the music. Like I said, I've got thick skin, but be nice to each other. Come on, you're just out there. You're just people trying to watch a dude play some music. There's no reason to get at each other. All right. Yeah, this song here is called Pedro.
Down at the bottom, but you said so. I like it here. I got her with me, and when she says, take me back into your room, take me back into your room. At least 1,000 things. Just 1,000 things that I would do. Pedro is written on the line. It's always yes I know it hurts. It hurts and truly's cold. Down at the bottom, Pedro, your voice is cold. You're down at the bottom, but I said so. Oh, you know I like it here. I got her with me, and when she said, take me back to your room, take me back to your room. At least 1,000 things, at least 1,000 things that I would do. Pedro is waiting on the line. He's always got the time. Wait. But it is not enough for him. Yeah, he's got to have a plan. Working on him, that line never works out in the end. And it hurts. It hurts him so, yes I know it hurts. It hurts him to his core. Down at the bottom.
All right. How's everybody doing? Chester Copperpot. Ha ha ha. Gage. That's true. Dean's mom will take away his Mountain Dew privileges. Oh, it kills me, some of the things. Oh my goodness. It's funny to watch people harass people. I'm sticking up for myself this time, Gage. All right, good for you, buddy. And come in Summerando. You sub. Thank you for the sub. That's what we're looking for, people. I'm not looking for people to be out there arguing. I'm looking for people to subscribe to BroncoStevens and enjoy the music and come back. And further than that, go find me on, like, you know, where you're streaming. Like, somebody found me earlier on Spotify and listened to my songs already. Thank you so much. That's really the mission, is to get people toward that music, because this is practice for the studio. The studio is the show. You know, you do your thing there, and then you put it out. And then it just sits there unless you all listen to it. And so the goal is to get people to go listen to that music where you stream. And it's BroncoStevens, one word, not like a name, not Bronco Space Stevens. It's just BroncoStevens all together. And I've got 2 songs out, a third's on the way, and then I've got 3 more coming behind that. I don't know. I got to sort this whole thing out with the whole mod. I mean, for now, I'm going to leave things as they are. You know, we'll see how you behave, and we'll go from there. All right. I'll have to pay attention. So here's what I'm going to do. Tracker is probably one of my oldest mods. Okay, he's on now, and he can kind of keep an eye on things for me, and then he can tell me if there's anything fishy going on. But I trust Tracker completely. So, all right, Tracker, you're on duty for a second. We got a little bit of a back and forth between a couple of people, and it should be quick and easy to figure out who it is. And went 4.5 miles. You did? On a run today? Yeah, don't do anything, Tracker, until you make a decision yourself. All right. All right. How is he not letting you talk? Because I've read it, like every comment you're saying, like I can read this. So how is he not letting you talk? I don't understand. So, oh, that's great, buddy. That's a good run. 4.5 miles is good. I used to run cross country back in high school, and it'd probably kill me to run 4.5 miles now. Yeah, I used to, I don't know if I loved running, but I used to be pretty good at it. How long did that take you? 4.5 miles. Just curious. All right, so I'm going to play this. What was I going to do? I'm going to do this new one. I don't have lyrics to this one yet. This is more of an idea of a song. I got some lyrics, don't get me wrong. I'm not totally out in the woods on this one. But haven't finished putting them to pen yet, for sure.
don't know the trouble is brewing. All he knows is she looks good to him. But he don't know she bites. He don't know she stings. He don't know a gosh damn thing about a woman. All it took was one look in her eyes. Do you wanna be with her tonight? He don't know what he's bringing home. He don't know what's in his bed. He don't know the trouble he's gonna find himself. He don't know. He don't know she bites. He don't know she stings. He don't know a gosh damn thing about a woman. Much about him either. Maybe she could be trouble on her own. He don't know what he's doing. She don't know why she's there. Both of them saw each other and they didn't care. But he don't know she bites. He don't know she stings. He don't know a gosh damn thing about a woman. He don't know she bites. He don't know she stings. He don't know a gosh damn thing about a woman.
All right. That's just something I've been working on. I don't have it figured out yet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't do anything until you see it with your own eyes, Tracker. All right. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, you can make some mistakes on that for sure. All right. Yeah, I don't see it that you've been in timeout. I mean, I've been able to see you talk every time you talk. All right, what do I want to do here? Let's do Sometimes They Come Out. This is a song about regrets, like Tracker has about a certain mod, apparently. I've been lucky. Everybody I've modded so far has been super chill. So, all right. Chester's saying that he just doesn't know music. I see. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You might just be being too sensitive, Dean. I mean, you came on here and told me I suck, and I didn't complain about it. If he's saying that he doesn't like your taste in music, just don't worry about it. You know, everybody's got different taste in music. Everybody's got different taste in everything. And that's what makes people unique and different and cool and fun. So, all right, this song here is called Sometimes They Come Out. I'm 51 years old. I've made plenty of mistakes. And this song's just about a few of them.
What did I do? 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 Can this be true? Can this be true? Got regrets so big they can swallow the whole I do, but I try to hold them back took so long coming through. But sometimes they come out and I'm forced to think about you. Skeletons in my closet, I got them too. But I try to hold them away from me and you. And sometimes they come out and the tale it's all about, oh yes they do. Oh yes they do. I'm the contradiction of my position. 10 seconds and one bad decision, and now I gotta live my life without you. I'm the contradiction of my position. 10 seconds and one bad decision, and now I gotta live my life without you. Oh, I got a little boy inside, I'm afraid I do. And it wants to come outside and play with you. But he's afraid if it does, you might not like who it was. Oh yes, it's true. Oh, I got an angry beast inside, I'm afraid it's true. He's the one I'm scared to introduce to you. Cause sometimes it breaks out, makes me scream and shout till I'm too blue. Till I'm too blue. Oh, I'm a contradiction of my position. 10 seconds and one bad decision, and now I gotta live my life without you. Oh, I'm a contradiction of my position. 10 seconds and one bad decision, and now I gotta live my life without you.
All right, maybe I misread it. I thought you said I sucked earlier. Maybe you said it hurt your ears or something. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not scrolling back in the chat to figure it out. All right. All right. But you could go back, Tracker. You could scroll back in the chat and see if he said I sucked or what he exactly said. All right. Oh, thanks for the W song. We don't bully. I've never once had any night ever in the history of ever have anybody on here bullying anybody. So let's make sure we're not, people. All right. Because I'm the type of dude that stands up to bullies. I don't care how big they are. I put myself in some stupid situations before, but lucky I'm scrappy and well trained. Okay, let's do. Oh, Tracker, you haven't heard this yet. I'm gonna do this new one I'm working on. Actually, I got a couple I've been working on. Let's do this other one first, though. And then I'll go to the new one. Oh, where the heck did I put it? Give me a second. This is why I don't like writing stuff down. Then I gotta find it. All right, this one's called Along the Way. Got a couple for you, Tracker. You might have heard Along the Way, but there's no way you've heard this other one.
stood there to catch me if I fell. Oh, you stood there, I remember very well. Listen, I have learned very well. Lessons of life, they are everywhere. We'll see what becomes of their care. Lessons of life, they are everywhere. If Tracker's saying move on, Dean, it might be time, man. I don't know. The whole everybody's picking on me thing, I don't know. I'm not going to pick on you. I mean, you're welcome to stay. Just if it seems, sometimes if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, and all that stuff, it's a duck. And so far, everybody's, no one's saying that they're being mean to you. All right. You like that, Tracker? Cool, man. There's no victims. You're just listening to a live stream. I mean, there's no victims here. If they're not being, do what, what tells me that something might be up is that you're not just moving on. If you're in a bad spot in life and you're uncomfortable and things aren't going your way, it's probably time to move on. If you're hitting your head on the wall, or if you took a brick and you hit your thumb and it hurt, you wouldn't take a brick and hit your thumb again with it, and so. It might just be time to roll out. Yeah, everybody's here for the music, so let's just do that. All right. So, Tracker, I'm excited about this one for real. Like I so much so that I did something I normally don't. I wrote it down. Like as soon as I got the idea in my head last night, I started writing down the song. And if you know me very well, I usually just I wish I could do Chop Suey. That'd be cool. I don't do a whole lot of cover songs at all, and I think that's definitely outside my reach on guitar. I could probably sing that if I practiced it, but there's no way. I'm not I don't consider myself to be a guitar player. Like the only reason I play any guitar is so I have something to sing to. I've never had any lessons. I have so many bad habits on guitar. It's ridiculous, and they're probably hard to break at this point. I'm a singer. I love to sing. I wish I had a band. I did. I used to have a band. I was a front man in a band when I was in, late teens, early 20s. And that's great because I had so many talented musician friends that could play anything. And so I could just focus on singing. And that, since I have to focus on guitar and singing, it kind of makes it
harder to do both, and I would rather just sing because that's where my passion is. But it's boring singing a cappella, you got to have something to sing to. So I just started picking up guitar and practicing, and I'm getting better. I just got to keep practicing, and eventually I'll get to that point where I'll be like, I'm sure glad I had to do that because now I can play guitar. But I'm not at that level where I can just pick it up and play any song like that. All right. All right. You all got a plan together, I guess. Okay. Anyhow, Tracker. This one is called You Can't Have My Quit. It's about not giving up, And I don't have this one down pat. It's good. I played it fairly well at the beginning of this live stream. We'll see how it goes this time. All right.
Have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. I haven't suffered long enough, and I'm not going in. Haven't tread deeper waters, and I'm gonna take a swim. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. I'll be swimming past the mottos into deeper waters. You can't have my quit. Just getting started, I'm not departing, no, I'm not finished yet. But you're tired, no, I'm not done giving too much, and no one understands you, and you're weak in your game. Aren't you ashamed? No one sees what you do. Stop right there, cause I think you're onto something. You just can't see it, but it's on the horizon. No, you can't stay static when it's on the automatic, or you'll just bend in. And you can't start winning until you start believing and put in the work in. No, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit. No, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have my quit.
All right. I gotta get the lyrics down, but you get the gist of it. You guys. Tracker Bud, thanks for doing the mod stuff for so long, man. You've been just a faithful mod for, gosh, I don't know, a year, would you say? Probably a good year. Maybe longer, I don't know. I just remember you from way back. So, all right, where are we at on time? All right, great. We're like an hour and 26, which is great. I try to do an hour. Well, Jesus is the right person to fear. You got that part right, buddy. All right. I do tell some crazy stories. You want to hear a story? Have you heard this story? I used to have this, well, I still do. I've got this puppet called Molly Madness. I don't think that's the name of the puppet. That's the name I gave the puppet. And she's this puppet that I would do bedtime stories with to the kids. And oh my gosh, we've had some crazy good ones. I used to tell my kids bedtime stories about movies that they'd never seen before. And like literally one night I told them the story of, I called him Big Butt, but if you've seen the movie, oh gosh, Stand By Me, the whole lard ass scene where he vomits everywhere, he drinks the canola oil because everybody made fun of him, and then he goes and eats the pie eating contest and throws up over everybody. I told my kids that when they were younger, and I just pretended I made up the story because they'd never seen the movie, and I just was like, let me tell you the story about Big Butt. And I just went into this whole thing about how they made fun of him, and he went to the pie eating contest, and he drank all the stuff and threw up all over him and got his revenge and whatnot. And it's funny, I used to do stories like that, but a lot of stories. I have a lot of good stories. I can tell you a quick version. Oh, I can't just set it up and not do it, so let's do it. So the other night, I told somebody was here probably at this time of the live stream, that my father-in-law was living with us, and we were taking care of him, and he has since passed away. Okay, that's all we're going to talk about that, because I don't want to talk about that. But we were cleaning out the room that he was in, and we have 6 kids, the wife and I, and the wife and I were real good at telling the kids, hey, you do this, you do that, kind of leading the deal like we're supposed to as parents. And so our son has a bag full of stuff we're telling him to take out to the trash, and it's nighttime. And I'm like, son, take this out to the trash. And he pauses, and he's like, I can tell he's going to ask one of his siblings to go outside with him. And I'm like, hey, son, you want someone to go outside with you? And he goes, yeah, would you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And because it's nighttime, and we taught our kids to be aware. We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and sometimes crazy stuff happens. And so I was like, yeah, I'll go out there with you. And so I go outside, and I'm just testing. I'm like, hey, son, what are you scared of out here? And I just want to hear his reaction as a dad, like what's going through his mind. And he's like, I don't know, like kidnappers? I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, because it's nighttime. You're out here by yourself. If I'm not standing here, that's a realistic fear. And so I said, well, what about werewolves? And he just kind of chuckles, because he's 12. He's not thinking that there's such thing as werewolves. He's past that stage. And so anyway, thanks for the comments about the anyway, so we're outside, and I said werewolves, and he chuckles, and I said, well, what about kidnapping werewolves? And we both had a little laugh, and I was like, hey, that's a good idea. Because when I grew up, some of the movies that we had around werewolves were like American Werewolf in London and things like that. They were kind of silly, scary movies. They weren't like horror movies. They were just like, some of it was funny. And so, I thought that'd be a good movie, like the kidnapping werewolf, where it kidnaps you. And so I go inside. After my son takes the trash out, I go inside and my phone rings. And I answer the phone, and I get a ton of, let me just tell you this, I get a ton of spam calls, tons of them. But I'm not the kind of person that just ignores them so they'll go away. No, what do? I taunt them, okay? And so, like, literally, I'll keep them on the phone as long as I can, playing their little games, and I'll put the phone down. One time I had one of the ladies singing I'm So Pretty, like the movie Anger Management. Like, literally, I was like, I'll do this and go get this for you, this number off of this medical card, if you will sing I Feel Pretty with me. Because I was outside, and I said, well, I got to go inside and get it. And her name was Jenny. And I said, oh, Jenny on the Block? And I started singing, I'm still Jenny on the, I don't really know how the song goes, but I was trying to tell her, like, Jenny on the Block, what is that, Jennifer Lopez song. And just being stupid, and funny, and keeping them on the phone as long as I can. Well, anyway, long story short, it's going to be a long story. I get this call, and I answer the phone, and I'm thinking I'm going to mess with somebody. And then I start to think someone's messing with me, because they're like, hey, I'm a casting director. You don't know me, but I know this person, and this person that you know. And I've been watching you. I've been following you on YouTube and TikTok and some of the things like that. And he said, I particularly tuned in to your dad series. He's a dad. I'm like, okay, why are you calling me? And he goes, well, we're going to shoot a movie in your area, and we think that you would be perfect for a part in the movie. And I said, I'm not even an actor. I've never even done this. He goes, well, it's okay. He said, trust me, you're the perfect person. I said, well, what part? He said, well, the dad. And I said, okay, that makes sense. That's why you're watching He's a Dad, and you're calling me. And that's why you know the people that I know. And I said, okay, well, cool. What's the movie? What's it about? He goes, it's called The Kidnapping Werewolves of Tulsa. And I'm telling you, like, my heart was like, what just happened? How is this even possible? I literally just thought this whole movie up. Not even, I don't know, 40 seconds ago. I mean, it was within like a minute. No, it was probably closer to a couple of minutes. And so, anyhow, you could probably prank your grandma. Anyway, I'm going to have to miss the comments, keep the story going. But so I said, how is this possible? I said, I literally just thought of this. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, I literally was just outside with my son joking, and I came up with this idea. And he goes, well, that's strange. And I said, well, okay, so that's the name of the movie. When are we going to sit down and talk about it? Like, what's the next steps? And he goes, well, come back outside. And I'm like, huh? And I mean, it was the weirdest thing. I felt like I was dreaming. Like I had to have been dreaming because it was so strange. And so I peek out the little blinds I have out the front, and sure enough, there was a car sitting out in front of my house, which is not super untypical, but for him to say he's outside and then I see a car out there, it was just weird. So I open the door and I come outside, and there's a car at the end of my driveway. I have a bunch of cars in my driveway, so he couldn't have pulled in if he wanted to, but he's like kind of in line with the mailbox, and he's got this super nice car. I don't know if it was a old Camaro or what, but it had glowing like neon red lights in the back. He had it pimped out pretty good. I mean, it was cool. And so the window in the front, dark tint, I can't see, but it's cracked a little bit. And I said, hey, are you the one I'm talking to on the phone? And he goes, yeah, get in. But what was weird is the back door opened. I thought the front door, like passenger side, was going to be offered, but no, the back door gets open. And so I kind of sit in, but I still can't see the front seat. It's almost like that limo glass. Excuse me. And so I'm like, okay. So as soon as I sit down, I'm not kidding you, as soon as I sit down, the other side of the door opens up in the back seat. And it's my son, the one that was taking the trash out with me. And he jumps in the car. I'm like, what are you doing? I said, I've taught him better than this. I shouldn't be getting in this strange car, yet alone him. And so I look at him, and he looks at me, and he goes, well, Mom heard you talking to somebody on the phone, and she wanted to know what you're doing. And so it is a long story. It is a long story, but it's worth it. And so I'm starting to have this conversation with him, and he's sitting down. The car takes off. We're moving now down the street at a probably way too fast rate. And we get his door shut and stuff, and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, and it's eerie because there's like this red glowing light and stuff from the neon, and we can't see who the driver is. And now we're in somebody's vehicle we don't know. And it's the craziest thing. He starts jamming. I mean, loud. This music comes on. It's like, let's go for a ride tonight. Let's go for a ride. You're bound to take your life. Let's go for a ride tonight. Let's go for a ride tonight. You'll be lucky if you come back with your life. Something like that were the lyrics. And I'm like, this is scary. But what's weird about it, okay, to be honest with you, what's weird about it, it was one of those times where like the excitement from it had us laughing. Like it was the craziest, dangerous situation, but the music was just loud and uncomfortable. The lighting was uncomfortable. The speeding was uncomfortable. The fact we didn't know who he was uncomfortable. But we were like laughing. And then I think it has to do with just my personality type. Like I'm the type of person, like if I go to a funeral, I crack jokes and stuff because I can't deal with the serious stuff. And so it was a serious situation and I'm like laughing. But what was funny about it is my son is just like me. He was laughing. And I don't know if he was laughing to not cry or what, but maybe he was laughing because I was laughing and he felt safe because he thought I felt safe, but I didn't feel safe. And so we drive and I kind of start to know the area that we're going to. And we pull into this, what used to be a Sam's Club. They've since moved the Sam's Club to a different location. But anyway, we pull into the Sam's Club, and basically it should be an abandoned building. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. And so just then, that glass that the limos have comes down, and he turns to look at us. And this is the part, I'll probably lose you at this part, but he's a werewolf. He is a werewolf, okay? And not like I think what it is, okay, at this point in the story, I'm thinking he is wearing the costume for the movie, because he called me as the casting director and said, "Hey, got this movie, Kidnapping Werewolves of Tulsa." And so I'm thinking, oh, that's a freaking realistic movie prop, okay? And so he goes, "Get out," and I'm like, whatever. So we get out of the car. At this point, I'm thinking this is the most elaborate prank ever. This dude rocks. And so, but I get out and I'm looking. This dude's like 9 feet tall. He's not. There's something. This is the most brilliant Hollywood costume I've ever seen. And he goes, "Go." And he kind of points to the Sam's Club. And we start to walk over there. And sure enough, he gets in there, opens the door, and we walk in. And it is eerie, okay? Because I'll tell you why. We go in, and you know how Sam's are, and they have all the places where you would put pallets of food here and there and there. All those sections have been turned into like mini holding cells, as I would describe them. But there's no people. But what there is remnants of where people used to be, like little trinkets that each of them had, little clothing items for smaller kids, bigger kids, adults, and things that you could tell people were in there, okay? And he starts walking us down this aisle. He goes this way. And he's ahead of us. And for some reason, we're following. I think it's like that whole, you ever watch like the old Dracula movies where they just have this charisma that they're like, you just do what they say? Kind of like the Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, these aren't the droids you're looking for. He kind of had that mystique about him to where he was just like, do this, and you would just be like, okay. And so we're following him down these rows, holding cells, and I look at my son and I'm like, just follow my lead. If I do something, just follow my lead. And he goes, "I'll tell you, just let me finish the story here. It's all important. It's all relative, okay? Hope you're paying attention." And so he's walking us down this thing, and all of a sudden he's like, "Excuse me, Mr. Werewolf, did you just say that you hadn't eaten in 3 days and now you've got this boy and his dad?" And he turns, he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, dude, this ends now." I said, "What's the deal here? We just follow you down this deal and you lock us up and we're the next people that you eat?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, okay, this is not good. And so here's the deal. I said, "Man, Mr. Werewolf, dude, have you ever tried a steak? Just putting it out there. Have you ever tried a steak?" And he goes, like a cow? And I'm like, "Yeah, a cow. It's good. You should try it." And he's like, "No, I can't say I've ever had that." And I said, "Okay, here's the deal. I just bought like a half cow, and it's in my freezer in my garage. We can go back there right now. We can pull out the old grill, and we can have ourselves an old-fashioned barbecue, and we'll do it up. And here's the deal. If you like it, you eat that and spare me and the boy." And he's like, let me think about it. And he looks at me, and you know how like when you expect a yes or no question and you get something totally different, or somebody says something that's so far off from what you thought was going to be said that you're just like, whoa. He looks at me and he goes, instead of saying like, "Yeah, we can do that or not," he looks at me and he goes, "Well, I do hate the screams." And I'm like, whoa, that's profound. Like he's saying like, he doesn't like to kill the people and eat them because of the screams. And I thought, man, I wonder how many times he's heard that. And I said, "Okay, so is it a yes? Can we do that?" He said, "Yeah, I guess we could do that." And so we go back to his car.
Let's go for a ride tonight. Let's go for a ride tonight. I'll make you a steak and hopefully save my life. Let's go for a ride tonight. Let's go for a ride tonight. I hope I can
so we get back to my house, and we go in the garage, and sure enough, I open up there, and I had literally just bought like half of a cow, and we spare no expense. I mean, we pull out every cut you can think of. I mean, we got fillets and New York strips and Kansas City strips and sirloins, and we do it up, okay? We're just throwing everything at this thing. We got the grill going, start cooking, and turn on the patio lights and stuff. We're having ourselves just a good old-fashioned barbecue, you know? And so, anyway, things are going good. He's chilling until I get the stupid idea, and I say, can I offer you a drink? And again, it's one of those questions where you expect like a yes or no answer. And I guess I just never have thought the way a werewolf thinks. And he goes, well, the only thing I drink is blood. You want to give me some of that? And I said, nope, I sure don't, buddy. And who we got in here? Gage, good idea. Oh, you guys are still talking amongst yourselves, I think. Hey, Deborah, how you doing tonight? I'm just telling this story about when they cast me as the dad in the movie Kidnapping Werewolves of Tulsa. Johnny, how you doing? Yeah, you guys are figuring out all this stuff. Okay. And so I'm going to continue with the story. And so long story short, I didn't offer him a drink after that. I said, okay, well, we'll just hold out for the steak here. And yeah, everything's about done. I go inside and have my wife start plating everything up. And she comes outside with the food, and he turns around. He'd never seen her. And he looks at her, and he's like, Josie. And I'm like, what? Did you just literally do that, dude? And so I'm cool about a lot of stuff, but I'm pretty protective of my wife. And so when he said that, I immediately went, it's on. And I stood up and I pushed him. I was like, let's go, bro. And because he was kind of still sitting, honestly, when I pushed him. And so he stands up, and he's like 9 feet tall. And he starts scrapping with me. And then my boy does something foolish. He jumps up, and he's got his arms around his neck, and he's hanging. He's literally hanging. His feet are off the ground. Where it was swinging around, he's hanging, and he can do. You know, you ever give a werewolf a hug? Because it's got this long, it's almost like a horse neck. It's a little bit longer neck than a human neck. So he's hanging there, and the werewolf starts to get a little faint. You know, I think he's got I think the weight of my son hanging on him at 12 years old was doing something. And so I kind of had an edge there for a second, but then the werewolf, being a werewolf, did one of those super werewolf feats of strength where he just flung my son. I mean, he went flying through the air, and that was it. I mean, that comment about my wife and then throwing my son, I started, I don't know a better word. I started metamorphosizing into something else. I don't know how to explain it. Unless you've seen like The Matrix, where like all of a sudden he could just like move without like time. The werewolf would do something and it felt like I had an extra arm to stop it. Like anything it would do, I could just like, it was crazy. And so I did what I knew would work. Not proud of this. I reached down and did the old, you ever seen the video where the guy's like, twist his, yeah, I did one of those, right, to the werewolf. And he goes, just like a werewolf, you know, he does one of these werewolf cries. And then when he opens his mouth, my wife does the smartest thing any of us have done all night and shoves some steak in his mouth, okay? And we all have this moment where, like, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, we're both looking at the werewolf's looking at both of us. It's like time stopped and we're all looking at each other. And he goes, I like it. And I'm like, what? He goes, the steak, I like it. He's like, I like it better than people. And I'm like, yes. And so I'm like, okay, so cool. What does this mean? He goes, well, just feed me this. And I'm like, what, like tonight? Or are you thinking I'm going to feed you forever? Werewolf dude? I mean, I got 6 kids to feed. I can't feed 6 kids and a werewolf and my dogs and stuff. It's unrealistic. And so anyway, he he's like, okay, yeah, that's not realistic. And I said, well, what's your plan? He goes, well, how do you all get it? And I explained to him about farmers and ranch land and things like that. Okay, well, let me fast forward this story. This werewolf becomes one of the largest suppliers of meat out there. I mean, if you've eaten meat lately, you've probably had some of this werewolf's meat. And I don't think he's putting people in it. I'm not trying to put that out there like, oh, watch your meat, there's people in it. No, I think he went hardcore farmer and rancher and got himself a ton of cattle. And I don't know how he got them, but and yeah, he produces more meat than anybody. And then I got to thinking about it. And in this movie, the whole kidnapping werewolf of Tulsa, and how it was pretty deep, you know, because here we all go through life doing what we know to do, you know. This werewolf, he didn't know another way. And, you know, he was just going to take us and kill us and eat us like he did. That was his way. That's all he ever knew until I offered him a different way. You know, I said, hey, have you ever considered doing this instead? And now look what happened. He's out there not only feeding himself, but he feeds most of us in this opportunity, okay? And then I thought about that whole battle sequence with me and the werewolf, and I thought about how, like, in great situations of stress, how sometimes we can reinvent ourselves. Anybody been there? Anybody ever get laid off from a job unexpectedly or divorced and had to, like, reclaim their life and restart over? And you thought your life was going this way, all of a sudden now you're going this way, but yet it's still you, but you're on this totally different trajectory. That's how it felt like in that battle, how, like, I just was able to, in great times, get through it, you know. I metamorphosized. And so I thought, you know what, this kidnapping werewolf of Tulsa, it's a pretty good and deep movie when you think about it. And I was thrilled that they casted me as the father in the whole thing. And so, anyway, that's about it. Gonna put this story at the end of my album. No, I'll probably not do that. I don't want people thinking I'm crazy. You probably all think I'm crazy. No, it's just a story, guys. But it could be a movie. I mean, that whole thing could be a movie. You could do anything. You know, if you're making a movie out there, somebody just cast me as a dad. All right. All right. Thanks so much, Johnny. Yeah, I've got 6 kids. Somebody was like, I bet your bedtime stories to your kids are good. And they are. I've done some doozies. But that one, for some reason, I used to do comedy music too. And there's a few gems still on my channel. Like, I think Frankenstein Took My Wife Skating is out there in full video form, maybe even more than once. And that was just an ad lib that I did about me creating a Frankenstein monster. And then he was handsome and good around the house. And my wife kind of took to him a little bit. And then he kidnaps her and takes her roller skating, and he's really good at roller skating. And no, you just have to listen to it. It's a goofy song. So, yeah, a bit of craziness in me. I'm going to wrap it up, people. You have been amazing company this evening. We had a little bit of drama, analysis of what happened there. I just got to trust that you all did your best, and you know, that's all anybody can do is their best. But I hope you enjoyed the music. I actually don't think I played every single one of my tunes tonight. I think there's a few we didn't get to, but that's because I started telling stories. But come back and see me, okay? If you're not subscribed to BroncoStevens, people, what are you doing? How are we going to hang out again, okay? So hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'll be back tomorrow night, probably around 8:30-ish if I had to guess. And in between, I have hours and hours and hours. I've been doing these live streams for over a year. So there's 360 something plus live streams you can probably go watch, along with other content and things that I've edited and put out in video form and in short form. All right. Thanks again to everybody. You're awesome. And I'll see you again real soon. All right. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Stay away from werewolves.